This is the Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz podcast series, coming to you live from Sedona, Arizona, with your host, Anka Arwolf. Hello and welcome to yet another podcast in our Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz series. This podcast was created to give you, the parents, teachers, and grandparents, a little help in raising emotionally healthy children. Today I'm speaking about bullying. Yeah, bullying is abuse, period. As you know, abuse has many faces. We usually connect it with abuse between a man and a woman. But guess what? Bullying is not only physical abuse, it is emotional abuse. Abuse, period. Always know what your kids will grow up remembering how and in which way you stood up for them, how you helped them to stand up to the bullies, or how you went to school or kindergarten or any place where you suspect that your children have been abused. That's what they will remember. That my mom, my dad, my grandpa, my grandma, they stood up for me. They would not have it. I cannot stress this fact enough. Protect your kids from abuse. The faster you'll recognize and accept the fact that bullying is abuse, the more impactful you can help your kids. So let's talk about the symptoms first. How do you know that or feel that your child is being abused? There are many symptoms you can look for, or even you notice them, that they're that strong. But before we go into the symptoms, I really would like to remember something. I always say, reach the soul of a child and transform a life. So give kids what they long for. This is not a toy I'm talking, or a digital game. No. Do you remember Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Yes, I know you do, because it's in the news right now. And you know what his core teachings were? His core teachings were conveying of knowledge, awakening the children's inner wisdom, and then giving children knowledge of anything and everything. The core of all his teachings was gentleness, kindness, thoughtfulness. Don't you agree with me? So, guess what? As Mr. Rogers did in this beautiful Mr. Rogers Neighborhood, my kids grew up on, Toley Ranz teaches to reach the soul of a child. And Toley Ranz inspires any child to become strong with a deep self-belief and knowing about self, the self-awareness. Toley Ranz says that nobody has the right to degrade your children. So tell your girls and boys to stand tall and say, "Do not talk like this to me. Hands off my body." Are you wondering if your child is being bullied? Well, guess what? Your instinct is right. Listen to it. And now back to the symptoms. Here are a few symptoms you might really want to pay attention to. Symptoms of bullying are usually that children are withdrawn. They just withdraw from practically everything. I want to be alone. So that is additionally to suddenly behaving like a different. It's It's just plain different. You know, it's interesting because in the Toley Ranz 3-story children's books collection, that little Sammy loves soccer. And then one day, his mom realizes he doesn't want to go play soccer. He rather helps her washing the dishes, and something was wrong. So she cried, and she found out that he was being bullied by 2 classmates. So that would be a story or 3 stories in one book that will help your children to understand how you can stand up to bullying, you and your children together. So does your child feel anxious or is clingy? That is a sign, I think, very, very important to pay attention to. And that is the clinginess. Always wanting to be with you physically close, which you might not be used to. Doesn't laugh as much. And it seemed even sad and depressed. On the other hand, your child could be more aggressive than usual. Has your child wet the bed? These are signs. That means parents, grandparents, teachers, be alert. The following points are a little bit more alarming. And that means unexplainable injuries, like blue spots or a facial expression of pain. For the older ones, there might be that you discover they destroy clothing, books, or electronics, or even jewelry. Your kids might be complaining about frequent headaches or stomach aches. They feel sick or fake illness. This famous Monday morning, oh, I don't want to go to school, Mom. Listen to your child, Mom. Please do. Then there is one which I think is prevalent, and that is changing in eating habits. All of a sudden, coming from school, usually hungry and exhausted, they need food. All of a sudden, he or she doesn't want to eat. And that's kind of funny. Or the opposite, binge eating. Or children might even come home from school and have a huge hunger and could devour everything inside because they didn't eat lunch. Well, check into why didn't they? Did somebody take their lunch money? Sleeping patterns are also something we need to truly, truly pay attention to. Do they have nightmares? Do they get up more often? Then again, bedwetting. Declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork, or what I always say, is the joy to go to school gone, or is it just different? Then for older kids, I would say preteens is very strongly we see that a sudden loss of friends, or that they avoid certain friends and in social situation or after school programs, don't want to attend those any longer. Then many times you can observe feelings of helplessness, or you observe decreased self-esteem, that they have lost their inner I can do this, or, the light in their eyes. Go check it. Be aware of those things. And I do also think that children, not so much the pre-K through 4th, 5th, but older, again, preteens, we need to say self-destructive behavior, just like running away from home or hurting themselves, or even talking about suicide. It is sadly, too many times that we hear about this. So let's prevent. And when you know your child, and you're the one who knows your child, and you feel that any of the above symptoms, strongly or just faintly, if you feel in your gut feeling that something is not right, listen to your gut instinct, because you are right. Take the time to find the reason, take actions, and become a tigress or a papa bear, and go for it. Just do not think it'll pass. Oh no. Remember that emotionally it will never pass, and your child might suffer from it even when he or she grows into adulthood. Okay, let's take actions. Let Toley Ranz come into your child's life early. I mean early. 3, 4 years old, even younger. I've seen how much power that brings into a child's life. You know, children need some, what should I say? They need this third party. They can't always talk to mom and dad or teacher, so they need to share. And that is what I'm talking about. Let Toley Ranz step into your children's life with kindness and gentleness and help you, and take off from your burden a little bit of childlike help to your children. It's not easy always looking into your child's soul and find the right answer. So accept some help. We're here to help. But mainly, thoughtfulness will get them ready for society. You see, I firmly believe, this topic of today, bullying is abuse, period. And if you think about it, how negative our society right now is, negative TV reports, whether it's news or not. When you watch news, your children watch too, even though you might think they don't understand, they don't hear that. I grant you they might not understand the words, but they do know and feel the tonation, the feeling of it, convey to them through you, because it upsets you what you hear, what you read, and then you have mom and dad conversations, or even when you have a party or a group gathering, children do feel the energy among the adults. They might not understand the meaning of the words, I grant you that. But believe me, they know the energy you convey. They feel it with their energy, with their inner compass, with their inner life coach even. So, allow me to reiterate this. Have your children, or make sure, let's put it this way, make sure that when there are TV news, TV programs of interest to you, make sure that your little ones don't watch it with you. They don't know the difference because they don't understand the words, the individual words and the meaning. But they do cling to your energy. And that alone is also a way, a form of abuse, what our society brings to our children. So when we protect our children, we have to do it all the way around, not only with wonderful Toley Ranz stories and about little Sammy who didn't want to go play soccer anymore. But we as parents, as grandparents, we need to protect our children from surrounding negative energies that might impact our kids. So, one step, make sure that your children don't listen and watch the news or a program of violence and negativity that might interest you as an adult. But try not to share that with your children. And you will see that your child will find more self-esteem, more self-quietness, and self-awareness. And that, again, your child will take to school. So doing this just one time is not as helpful as if you would really, really say, okay, from now on, we're going to change a few things. Changing a few things for your children, that is what we need to really, really be aware of. So, in order to help you as the parent, the grandparent, and the teacher, I've created a webinar with a free masterclass training for parents, grandparents, teachers, and anyone who comes in contact professionally in contact with children, to show you that there is a way. And in this masterclass training, you will learn the detailed approach, the Toley Ranz approach to stop bullying. You can register for free on www.toleyranz.com/register. And registration as this masterclass is free. You will learn the 3 fundamental secrets of the Toley Ranz Stops Bullying program. Those secrets are the 3 M's, mindful meditation moments. And within that package, you can learn how to raise emotionally self-assured, strong children so they can stand up to bullying. And since you are a podcast VIP listener, go ahead and just click on toleyranz.com/register and join the training program for free. Yes, you will learn who Toley Ranz is, what its job is, and why your child needs Toley Ranz to live a fear-free life. Additionally, you will learn and you will discover the essential implementation details for this training program so you can use it at home and in the classroom. And you can take an exclusive peek into the materials, books, games, and so much more that is part of the Toley Ranz Stop Bullying project. And that's what makes that project so powerful. So go ahead and click on toleyranz.com, register, and invest in your kids. Should you have any question at all, please let me know at Anke, that is ANKE, at sedonasoulbalance.com. And thank you for spending your valuable time with me. I am signing off until next week with a heartfelt aho.